comment? You want to add how did this partnership work? How did you integrate it so effectively to deliver this value proposition?
Well, I don't have a lot to add to Jean-Marc's story. He tells it so well. I think what I'd like to do is actually tell you another story, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
What I'd like to do is actually take us across the Pacific, back to my home country. I feel very fortunate that I now live in Australia, believe me. But I want to take you to the state of Illinois. And as we know, the U.S. Not only struggling right now, but has struggled very much with the COVID-19 pandemic. And one of the outcomes of this, of course, is massive unemployment. And in the state of Illinois, the department that handles unemployment claims, called the Department of Employment Security, IDES for short, processed more than 1 million claims for unemployment benefits from March 1st through May 9th. That's 11 and a half times more than the same period in 2019. So a massive increase. And as you can imagine, that onslaught just quickly overwhelmed the IDES workers and put applicants at risk of very long wait times, not only for their claims to go through, but just to get answers to basic questions. For a bit of context, before the pandemic, the IDES website averaged 40 to 50,000 page views per day. Around March 15th, that number hit 200,000 and kept going and peaked at 2 million page views in one day. So for help, IDES tapped a Google virtual assistant, first using our chatbot technology. In the first 2 weeks after launch, that Google chatbot received 3.2 million inquiries. This has moderated, thankfully, but the bot still gets about 140,000 queries a day. Then on April 28th, IDES then stood up a Google Voice bot, the second part of our virtual agent technology, to alleviate the increase in calls. Again, context, 10 to 15,000 calls a day before the stay-at-home order took place, and lately averaging almost 200,000 to 300,000 calls a day. And on one exceptional day, IDES received close to 1 million calls. So massive increase there as well. And we're now very pleased that IDES now reports that it's paying benefits, unemployment benefits, to 99% of so-called clean claims in a more timely manner. And 75% of those are receiving their first payment within 2 weeks. So really a great outcome of a really horrible situation, I would say.
What a fascinating story. What a fascinating story, and it would have been unthinkable to address this large volume of customer requests at any given point in time. So that really, so how does this work out for the future? How are we future-proofing the business as we move ahead? What is it that we have learned from this that kind of helps us define the new normal that you will see for the business, for businesses and customer experience teams?
My view and Google's view is a little different. At our core, we're a technology company. We're also an information company. So I look at future proofing through this lens. So our mission since we started the company is to organize the world's information, make it universally accessible and useful. And this mission, again, it's been since the day Larry Page and Sergey Brin started the company, and it's really driven everything that we do. Including now our embrace of artificial intelligence. And we think that our deep expertise, based on our heritage and our experience, our expertise in machine learning, plus the rather unique benefit of the usage of billions of users, which constantly improves things like speech quality for our artificial intelligence capabilities. We think that Google's AI is making it easier for people to do things every day in many, many different ways. And so I look at it through this lens. I think we're future-proofing the business through AI, new ways to look at existing problems, whether it's rethinking healthcare, advancing scientific discovery, and of course, in this context, providing a really hyper-personalized experience in the contact center environment. And just to take that back to the state of Illinois, at a very basic level, what's interesting for them is there's no going back. So their Department of IT, based on the experience, has already received many, many requests for virtual assistants for other state agencies. Plus, the department has now realized that modernization can happen faster than originally thought. We know government agencies, and Jan knows with large outsources like TOT, the same thing applies. Modernization doesn't normally happen very fast, but where here, the state of Illinois, the original strategy had been to put in a new information architecture, then add a bot to that. But now they see they can get away from that old government style static content site with just a bunch of words, lots and lots of words, to a really interactive and customer-focused self-servicing environment through the use of AI.